Hello, hello. Welcome to Elephant Madness channel. Today we will be talking about the new immigration laws and rules that been enforced on Alaskans, especially, for Alaska in general, because this is the state I am in. And as of today, this is what I have seen on the FBI Anchorage channel. It reads, FBI Anchorage released a statement via social media on Monday announcing that the Anchorage field office will begin supporting the Department of Homeland Security with enforcement efforts in Alaska. As of February 3rd, 7:29 p.m. is what they have wrote. And there's also, not only did they say that, there's been a news article that I want us to go watch and hear what the news had to say about what is going on. Let's watch that before we continue.
FBI Anchorage released a statement on social media today announcing it will support the Department of Homeland Security with immigration enforcement efforts throughout Alaska. Investigative reporter Johnson Kuhn has an update.
Rebecca, the announcement says the collaboration will also be in partnership with the Department of Justice. The FBI Anchorage has taken over the last few days of immigration enforcement as part of that collaboration. Photos were taken over the weekend and into Monday. On January 29th, President Trump signed the Laken-Riley Act into law, his first piece of legislation that federally mandates the detention of illegal immigrants who are accused of theft, burglary, assaulting police, and any crime that results in death or serious injury. Reached by Alaska's news source, neither FBI Anchorage or the Department of Homeland Security regional office in Seattle would confirm whether the recent collaboration was a direct result of the passage of the Laken-Riley Act. 20 minutes after the FBI posted social media, the Anchorage School District released a statement to the community saying the Anchorage School District is carefully reviewing recent presidential executive orders and directives to assess their potential impact on our students, families, and staff. We want to assure you that our priority remains ensuring that every school is a safe, welcoming, and supportive space for all students and families. ASD said it remains committed to establishing protocols while working with law enforcement, including immigration authorities, adding any immigration officials seeking to enter ASD property will be required to present a judicially signed warrant. This warrant will then be reviewed by ASD's legal counsel to ensure it meets the necessary legal standards before any action is taken. Alaska's news sources reached out to the Department of Homeland Security's regional headquarters in Seattle for more information and are waiting to hear back. Johnson Kuhn, Alaska's news source.
So with what's been said here is that, let me start this for a second. So what they are saying here is that with the immigration laws in Alaska, as we all know, it was very lenient on immigrants. We know Alaska is a place where a lot of immigrants are here, even refugees. We have a lot of refugees in Alaska. And the reason for that is Alaska has a lot of work that needs to be done here. I will go over a little article because when we go, example, like the fishing world, I have personally been worked in one of those canneries before. And when you work there, there's a lot of immigrants there, a lot of people from the Philippines that come in to work because those are type of works that uh, most Alaskans don't participate in. Don't get me wrong, fishing is a big thing in Alaska, but when it comes to those canneries and stuff like that, it is very different. Let's go and read a little article that was written about the thing in Alaska. It says, in the verse of Alaska, where the northern light dances across the sky and the wild wilderness stretches beyond the horizon, the unique challenge emerges. The state, known for its rugged beauty, independent spirit, face a growing number of undocumented immigrants seeking refuge and opportunities within its borders. Governor Elara Thompson, the leader deeply connected to the land and its people, recognized the complexity and the situation, she is understanding that the Alaskan strength lies in its diverse community from its indigenous tribes who has called their land their home for many millenniums, and more have recently arrived, contributing to the evolving of its tapestry. With that being said, what she is saying here is that Alaska is a people that is home to many people, and like, let's say for example, place like Mountain View. Mountain View is the most diverse neighborhood in the United States, which consists of different type of nationalities, from African nationalities, Samoans, Filipinos, different Asian communities. And with that being said, these are a few things that they need to, that they are giving, that they are saying the community registration programs is something that they are bringing up. I'm not sure if this was already there enforced in play, but that is what they are saying. Undocumented individuals were encouraged to register with local authorities without fear of immediate deportations. This registration would allow the state to understand better the demographics and needs of its undocumented residents. So, what they're saying is undocumented residents should go and register at local authorities without fear of immediate deportation. What that means is that they're saying they should go register without fear of immediate deportation. Immediate meaning that they should not fear to get deported right away, but that still does not waive you from the fact that you could get deported. There's still a possibility of you going to sign up for this and not get deported right away, but later on in the line you could get deported. I just want to elaborate this and make it clear for anybody that is listening to my information that I'm reading. And the next one they said is cultural exchange and education, to foster mutual understanding programs that would establish to promote cultural exchange between Native Alaskans and immigrant communities, language classes, cultural festivities, and share community projects that could bridge gap and build trust. So what they're saying also is what they're going forward is making understanding between the Native Alaskans and immigrant communities, like language barrier. What will that cause? Maybe they're saying you might learn native languages, because I know there's a lot of native languages, and there's also a lot of other nationalities that are in Alaska, that they are trying to bridge that gap that is there and build trust between the native Alaskans and the immigrant communities. And another thing is the legal pathways support. They say while federal immigration laws remained an overarching authority, the state would provide resources and legal assistance to help undocumented individuals navigate potential pathways to legal status. So what they're saying there is, even though it is hard right now, we know that the change of presidency, Donald Trump is very harsh on undocumented immigrants, but Alaska is in need of most of the undocumented immigrants here, because they play a big part to our environment and our state as a whole. So they are saying that they would bring assistance to undocumented individuals to help them navigate, because we all know without a social security number or a worker's permit, there's almost impossible to find a job in Alaska or anywhere in the United States. With that being said, so they are going to be, that's what they are saying. This is not my words, this is the words of what they are saying. And the fifth one would be public safety collaborations, building trust between law enforcement and immigrant communities has paramount policies would ensure that undocumented individuals would report crimes and access emergency services without fear of deportation. enhancing overall community safety. So what they are saying in that department too is that the public safety collaboration. So they are leaving that up to they're putting a collaboration in between undocumented individual immigrants with law enforcement to have public safety. What they mean by that, to report crimes. They say building trust between law enforcement and immigrant communities have paramounted. Policies would ensure that undocumented individuals would report crimes and access emergency services without fear of deportation, enhancing overall community safety. So that is another thing they would be saying, that they say that undocumented individuals and the law enforcement would be working together. That is also ways that they are putting open there to enhance and help have a better community. So that's what's been said. Now, the thing that I don't understand mostly, because we know here mostly understanding the way there's many people that also come to Alaska here. I will also go and give you a story about somebody. As the program rolls out, stories begin to emerge. A young woman from Mexico who have been living in the shadows, registered and received training to become a nurse, addressing critical shortage of in rural clinics. A fisherman from the Philippines obtained a work permit allowing him to support his family and contribute to the local economy openly. So that's like I was saying in the beginning. They said an undocumented Mexican mother came here and was able to obtain and sustain a nursing license and working at a clinic. And another person from the Philippines come here to work in the canneries or the fishing department to support their family, which I personally have met somebody from the canneries that have worked there and is doing this type of work. It says Governor Thompson's approach did not solve all challenges related to undocumented immigrants, but it provided a framework that would balance compassion between Alaskans. Pathway to integration becomes modern in other states. Like in other states, as we've seen, they started the deportations process and deporting many other undocumented immigrants. And as we read in the beginning here, where is it from this article here, that they have started the process of sending back undocumented immigrants. What I don't understand is, why are they putting them in handcuffs if they are saying that they are not subject to deportation right away? And also, another thing that I have heard from the video is the ones that most in on fire right now and is in risk of deportation are criminals and people that have contributed bad things to our society. Those are the first people that they are going against to deport. What does that mean? Let's say if you are a person that creates a lot of crime, or you have bad records, or gathered a lot of felonies, you are more prone to getting deported than somebody that's been here undocumented, just working and living the regular life. So I would like to think I would do more research on this story to bring more information about that. But what I would like to know is also if Alaska plans on taking the same steps as Lower 48 is taking, because I know our population is not as high as the other states, but we will also see how that plays out. Thank you for tuning into the Fun Madness Alaska, Mad Alaska channel. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel for more information on stuff that are going on in Alaska. Thank you for tuning in.